guys, and welcome to yet another video on my channel. To get right into it, today we're going to be discussing some of the pros and cons of physiotherapy in South Africa. Now, these are just some of the things that I got to know about along the way, and I feel like it would be very beneficial to you if you're somebody who's considering studying physiotherapy in the future, but you just don't really know much about what physiotherapy is like in this country. And I didn't necessarily know all of these things when I started physiotherapy, and I wish that there was somebody who could have told me some of these things. I hope that this helps you and it enlightens you quite a bit, so keep on watching. So the first pro is that once you graduate, you are guaranteed to have a job as long as you are a South African citizen. And I say this because once you graduate your fourth year, you go into what we call internship year. So you're going to be working for the government for an entire year, and during that period of time, they're going to be paying you a salary, right? So the internship year is compulsory. You have to do it. You're not allowed to do a master's degree unless you've done a year of internship. And so the government places you at one of the hospitals or centers around the country. So what I've heard about this is that if you're not a South African citizen, unfortunately they do not place you and that you need to find your own placement. However, if you are a South African citizen, then your job in the country is guaranteed for at least 1 year once you've graduated. The second pro is that physiotherapy pays a decent amount of money every month. Now, if you're somebody who wants to become a millionaire, if you want to become rich, you're definitely in the wrong degree, and you need to be looking elsewhere because you're not going to become wealthy from studying physiotherapy. However, that's not to say that you don't get paid, well, what I would consider an okay amount of money, especially once you've graduated. So I know everyone wants to know, like, how much money do physiotherapists make, what is the exact amount. So I'm going to give you guys some numbers. If you've been working for about 1 to 4 years, your salary will probably range around 20,000 Rand a month. If you've worked for about 5 to 9 years, that goes up to about 25,000 Rand a month. And then if you work for like 10 years, 19 years plus, it's around 27,000 Rand a month. But you can obviously go and confirm these amounts on Google. That's where I got these numbers from. So I'm not working, unfortunately, so I can't tell you how much money I make exactly because obviously I'm still a student. But anyways, those are the numbers that I got from the internet. So the third pro of physiotherapy in South Africa is that you're not just confined to only having one type of job opportunity. There are many job opportunities in physiotherapy. There's a variety of areas that you can specialize in. Namely, there's pediatrics if you're somebody who likes children. There's sports physiotherapy where you can work with athletes, you can work with sports teams. There's what we call cardiorespiratory physiotherapy, where you work with people in the hospitals. It's all about breathing, it's all about chest clearance techniques, those type of things. So you're not limited to only doing one thing. There's so many other options for you to do in physiotherapy. And the nice thing about studying this degree is that you don't have to graduate and now start figuring out, okay, do I like pediatrics, or do I like orthopedics, or do I like this or like that? Because you're actually going to experience each and every one of these blocks during your third and fourth year. So you get a chance to taste what is pediatrics like. You get a chance to taste what is cardio like. And when you're there, you're going to start to think, you're going to start to realize, okay, I actually really like this, or maybe I want to go this direction in the future, or I don't like this and I don't want to do this in the future. So you really get time to experience each and every one of those areas and try to figure out what specialty you'd like to go into once you've graduated. For pro number 4 is that physiotherapists in South Africa are first-line practitioners. And what does this mean? This basically means that as a physio, if you have a patient that wants to come and see you, this patient does not need the permission of a doctor to come and see you. They can just come straight by themselves, make an appointment with you, and they can come and see you like that. See, there's no issue of the patient needs to be referred by a doctor, or having to, sometimes make friends with the doctor in hopes that this doctor would refer patients to you. But the patient can actually come themselves to you, and you can form that direct relationship with the patient. Number 5 is that in physiotherapy, you really get an opportunity to meet different types of people. You get an opportunity to learn about people's cultures, to learn about people's backgrounds, people's environments. And if you're somebody like me who likes to meet new people all the time, then this will really be a great option for you to study, because you're always meeting people all the time, you're always interacting with other people, you're always forming new relationships with people and learning about where they come from, about their household environment and that type of thing. And I think public health, one of the blocks that we do is one of the best blocks that gets you out of your own environment and gets you to a point where you get to step into the world of another person and understand where they're coming from. And you get to not only see their illness, but you get to see them as a person instead of just looking at the illness. So you get to look at them as an entire being and not just as a sick person. Now that we're on that point, I will go into the cons with that same point by saying that if you're somebody who doesn't like meeting new people, this will be a con for you, because you will have to become a people's person. And if you don't want to become a people's person, then I would say just avoid this, because every single day you're going to have to interact with people. You're going to have to get yourself out of your comfort zone and try to put yourself in another place where you're able to understand this person. And if you're not like that, then like I said, then this will probably not be for you. Moving on to our second con is that physiotherapy is very, very hands-on, and you use not only your hands a lot, but you use your entire body, meaning that you're going to have to stand up for long hours, you're going to have to put your body in different positions, you're going to have to do a lot of lifting patients up, transferring patients up, and that just simply means that you're going to require a lot of energy. So it's really important that you protect yourself, that you protect your body, and that when you're dealing with patients, you don't overexert yourself and you don't start to bend over in the wrong positions. That whenever you're bending over, whenever you're lifting, you're using the correct techniques so that you're always protecting yourself, because it's very easy for physiotherapists to develop a lot of back problems, a lot of issues, even like hand issues, because there's a lot of massaging that you do. So it's very easy for you to develop issues of your own. So protecting yourself, protecting your body, ensuring that you're eating well and that you have the required energy is something that is really important. Our number 3 con is that sometimes you have to deal with difficult patients and difficult children. Yes, that is not fun, guys. It is hard sometimes, especially when the kids don't want to listen to you, when they want to do their own thing and you're here begging them. And the worst part is when you have an exam and your supervisor is there staring at you and the kid is not cooperating. I've heard stories like that of other students who went through the most during their tests and exams, and lucky enough for me, that never happened to me, because my kids were always well behaved. And I also just went for a kid that was a lot older. She was like 12 years old, so it wasn't much of an issue to get them to behave. But a lot of the younger kids, sometimes it could be a bit difficult. And also not just with children, but with sometimes adults can be a bit hard to manage sometimes, and they don't want to do maybe the exercises that you're asking them to do, and then they'll be asking you, when am I going to get better? And you're just there thinking like, once you do the exercises, maybe that would help you. But anyways, so the 4th con that I have is that not only do I think that physiotherapy is physically demanding, but I also think that it can be emotionally taxing. And I say this because sometimes you'll be treating a patient and you'll be treating them for a couple of days or a couple of weeks, and then one day you go and see this patient, you're going to go and do your usual treatments, and then you're there looking for the patient. This has happened to me before. I'm there looking for the patient. Where's the patient? Where's the patient? And then I go to one of the nurses just to find out that the patient has passed away. And it's just like, it hurts. It was like, man, this was somebody's mom, this was somebody's son, this was someone's relative, and this person was, wow, I was with them, they were fine the day before, and then the next day suddenly they just passed away. And that is really not easy. So it's really important that when you go into these type of environments, that you prepare yourself mentally, you prepare yourself emotionally, that listen, it's not going to be easy, but I'm here to help and I'm here to do what I can, and I can't save people's lives. Unfortunately, as much as we'd love to save people's lives, we can't save people's lives. We can only do so much. So it's also, like I said, it's really important that you go into that type of environments having these things on your mind, that you are going to see a lot of sick people. You are going to see some people that are going to get well. You're going to see some people that are not going to get well. And in the end, that's just ultimately what it's going to be like, and you need to continue doing what you can and just moving forward. So those are just some of the pros and cons that I managed to put together. I'm pretty sure you can think of maybe some other pros and cons. Feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this video and maybe you want to see something like this one, please do give it a like. And if you're not subscribed yet, please do hit that red subscribe button. Until next video, guys, bye.